My name is Brittany Liz. Remember when Once Upon a Time was good? Now, I will totally disclaimer, warning, whatever word you want to use, this video is going to contain negative thoughts and opinions on the show Once Upon a Time and some of their characters. So, if you still love the show and don't want to hear anything negative about it, then I would strongly recommend you stop watching this video because I'm not going to be that nice. Because I'm frustrated. I'm so frustrated. So, before I really get into what is irking me right now with Once Upon a Time, let me start by saying I loved the show. I have the first 3 seasons on DVD. The first 2 seasons to me are so good. Like, I didn't watch every episode of the first season because sometimes I would miss an episode and I couldn't catch up. But I just kept going because I didn't want to get behind on the show. And then the DVD came out and I got all caught up. Then I got my mom into it and it became our show. And then season 2 was also really good. And season 3, the Neverland storyline was really good. The Wizard of Oz, Wicked Witch, Zelena storyline was not that great. Season 4, the Frozen storyline was really good, which surprised me because I was really annoyed when I found out that Elsa was going to be coming on the show and we were going to be doing Frozen. But then the Queen of Darkness, the second half, was also not that great. So I went into season 5 thinking, oh, it's going to be the same thing. The first half is going to be good, the second half is going to suck. That didn't happen with season 5. With season 5, the whole season sucked. Just did. Let me just explain why since season 3 I haven't been that pleased. Now, like I said, I really enjoyed the Neverland storyline in season 3. I thought it was a really good storyline. I loved their take on Peter Pan. And just everything about that storyline was really good for me. Then we went to the second half of season 3, which was the Wizard of Oz storyline, and then we met Zelena. I felt Zelena was a weak villain compared to Pan, and she was annoying and whiny, and oh my god, I understood where she was coming from. I understood her point of view, but I couldn't sympathize with her. I couldn't root for her. I didn't feel anything but annoyed every time she was on screen, and I think that's what brought it down. Because beforehand, to me, Once had been very good at making their villains, like, you understood why they were villains, but none of them were really whiny to me. Like, Regina did have her moments, and I think Rumble had his moments 1 or 2 times, but it wasn't a constant thing. That's what Zelena did. Zelena was constantly whining, and it drove me insane. Then, moving on to season 4, I thought the Frozen storyline was going to suck, and I wasn't going to like it, but I really enjoyed it. I liked the storyline of the Snow Queen. She lost her sister, so she wanted to have sisters again, but with Emma and Elsa. I thought that was a great storyline. I really enjoyed it, more than I thought it would. Then we found out the second half of season 4 was going to be the Queens of Darkness, with Ursula, Maleficent, and Cruella, and I was so excited because I loved Maleficent in season 1. I was happy she was going to be coming back. We didn't really get to see Ursula when we had the Ariel Little Mermaid episode, so I was happy we were going to hear about her. And Cruella, I was interested to see what they were going to do with Cruella, and it was a letdown. Like, I'm fine with them redeeming villains, it's fine, but they redeemed Ursula real quick and got rid of her, and then Maleficent's whole storyline was about trying to find her daughter, basically. And I was like, okay, I guess. The only real villain out of those 3 was Cruella. Cruella was out of her freaking mind, which is why she became my favorite, because she's legitimately insane. But Cruella being the only crazy one doesn't make it a good season. It's just not. It wasn't what I was hoping, and the finale was okay at best. I did like the very end where Emma became the Dark One. I thought, oh god, season 5 is going to be so cool. Emma's going to be the Dark One. Evil Emma, yes. Then season 5 happened, and I was like, oh, they screwed it up. Emma didn't feel evil to me. She just didn't. And then the whole Arthur, Merlin, Camelot storyline was also very boring to me. I didn't really care. And the reveal that, oh, she had used her powers to turn Hook into a Dark One so that he wouldn't die, and Hook was pissed at her because blah blah blah. I don't care. I just didn't care, and so it was annoying. And if you watched my mid-season finale reaction plus my mid-season premiere reaction, then you know how I feel. you understand. And I didn't make a season 5 finale reaction because of the simple fact that it was so boring for me to edit because I just did not care. And then the whole second half with them going to hell to save Hook, I just didn't like it. I didn't care for it. It was stupid. It was just stupid. I didn't like Hades as the villain, and then of course Zelena fell in love with him, and it was boring. And it was a complete letdown. And honestly, when coming into season 6 now, and I watched the premiere, I was hoping, literally praying, that they would redeem themselves and make it good. And I know I don't want to judge it off one episode because we've only had one episode, but I can admit the premiere was very underwhelming to me. I'm legitimately not excited about anything because this whole storyline of Emma dying, I don't feel anxious about it for the simple fact that they won't kill Emma. And this has become one of my biggest problems, is they won't kill any major characters. They haven't really killed a major character since Graham in season 1. And I know some of you will argue Neil, and trust me, I will agree. But I know for a fact that a good majority of the fandom do not count Neil as a major character. And I can understand why, because literally all Neil's character was a plot device to further other characters' storylines. Like, we really, really didn't get to fully know Neil like we do everyone else. Which is why, even though I loved Neil, and I cried when Neil died, I don't count him as a major death. Now, say if Snow were to die, Regina were to die, Henry, Emma, Hook, any of them, yes, those are major deaths. And also, I know people are going to argue, say, but Hook did die. No, they cheapened that because they killed him, and then we went to hell to get him back, and he's fine now. Which is why I know Emma's not going to die, because they proved it last season. They will not kill a main character off, especially Emma. They won't kill Emma. Emma is the whole point of the show. So that's why I'm not really invested right now in season 6, because in my head I'm like, well, they're not going to kill her, so this is a pointless storyline. And then this whole thing with evil Queen Regina and then good Regina, like, butting heads this season, I don't really care because I stopped caring about the evil Queen a long time ago. Because one of the things that annoys me about the writers is, while I know Rumple and Regina are evil characters, but they have redeemed them. So whenever, it always feels so lazy to me when they basically make them evil again because they just can't think of anything else to do with them. With Rumple's never going to be good. I don't care what anyone says. They've ruined Rumple for me. I used to adore Rumpelstiltskin, but his whole relationship with Belle has just ruined his character with me, and also ruined Belle's character. I used to love them as a couple, but now I'm like, Belle, you deserve better. He's just going to keep lying to you. And I honestly think Belle's stupid because I'm just like, ugh. But anyway, that's getting a character, then I'm going to save that for a second. So that's my whole feelings with the seasons. Is since season 3, they used to have just a half a season that was weak and half the season was really good. Season 5 was just weak all around. I'm hoping that they can redeem themselves with season 6, because right now the premiere underwhelmed me. I feel like it'll be predictable as hell. We shall see. But yeah, and so character-wise now, so many characters I love. I hate now. It kills me. Because, okay, when this show started, my favorite characters were Emma, Rumpelstiltskin, and Belle. And Belle was only in like one episode, like one and a half episodes in season 1. 2 episodes, I guess, technically. 2 episodes in season 1. So Belle wasn't even a big part of the show, and she was my favorite. And Graham, sorry. Graham was one of my favorites too. So, looking forward, let's see, Emma is boring. And repetitive. Once again, they don't do anything new with Emma. Emma always freaking finds out something and hides it and lies to someone, to everyone, until it's too late to fix it because she was stupid. She's doing it again now, lying about this whole savior story end thing. Like, just tell them. I hate so much when writers make smart characters stupid. And that's what they've been doing to Emma. And it frustrates the hell out of me. Because, I'm sorry, I understand she doesn't want to burden anyone with her problem, but Emma is smart. She has to know if she tells them, then they can help her figure out a way to make sure she doesn't die. But knowing Emma, she's not going to tell them. And everything's just going to get complicated to the point where she has to tell them, and then everyone's going to get mad at her for like an episode, and then everything will be forgiven, and it's annoying. It's just annoying, repetitive nonsense. Then with Rumpelstiltskin, like I was saying, they put her with Belle, and I loved them together. I loved Rumbelle. It was so sweet, and you got to see the softer side of Rumple, but he just kept freaking messing it up. And like I said, 2 episodes, and I already loved Belle. And then second season we had more Belle, and I loved Belle even more. But the thing that's annoying to me about Belle is the fact that they have really made her stupid. She falls for Rumple's lies over and over again, and then gets upset when it's revealed, oh, he lied to her. Girlfriend, that's all he ever does, is lie to you. And literally, they had an episode last season where she broke up with him, and then the next episode she was back in his arms and making out, and I was like, so much for that. And Rumple, like, stop trying to redeem him. Like, it's gotten to the point where I'm like, just make him good or make him evil. Stop making this wishy-washy in-between bull. Like, if Rumple's a villain, keep him a villain. Stop trying to redeem him. If you want him to be good, make him be good. Stop being lazy and making him the villain when you can't think of anything else to do besides make Rumpelstiltskin the villain. Like, it's so frustrating to me. And then with Graham, well, they killed Graham in season 1, so I didn't really get anything else. But Regina was a character I really didn't like in season 1. But as the seasons have progressed, I've really grown to love Regina's character. And right now, she's my favorite. She's the only thing I genuinely care about on this show anymore. But the same thing with Rumple. They've redeemed Regina to the point where I'm like, she is a good person. And this has nothing to do with the fact that she separated the evil queen from herself. It is a fact. Regina is good. She is a good person. She's on the side of the light, guys. But yet, they keep, like, teetering this, oh, she may go evil again. I'm like, no, just stop. It's the same thing with Rumple. Keep her good or keep her evil. Make up your damn mind. Stop being so wishy-washy about this. I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it. And then we have Hook. Hook I really liked in season 2. He was such a dick, and I loved it. And then season 3, they started to redeem him and turn him into a better person. I'm gonna apologize now. I got people who don't understand. They're the freaking sign that says shh. But whatever. You're just gonna have to ignore it. I'll talk louder. But anyway, so Hook started to be redeemed in season 3, and I was fine with it. You know, whatever. Season 4 came around, and Hook is a pointless character. He just is. He served a purpose in season 2. Hell, he served a purpose in season 3. But since then, he has been so pointless. The only reason he is there is to be Emma's boyfriend. Which was why I was annoyed with Neil, too, because that was literally his purpose. To be Emma's boyfriend. To be Emma's ex. To be Rumple's son. To be Henry's dad. Like, that was his only purpose, is a plot device. And that's what Hook is. He's just a plot device. He serves no purpose to the story. He's just there. He's an extra guy who's just there to motivate Emma when she needs to be motivated. Like, we'll threaten Hook. That'll get Emma to do what we need. They killed him in the mid-season. That drove her to go to hell. And I'm like, literally, that's all you're good for. Is just a motivator for Emma. That's about it. Hook is pointless. And it sucks because I really like Colin O'Donoghue, who plays Hook. He's a great actor, but his character is pointless. He serves no purpose except to be a plot device. That's all he is. And what's funny is the only characters that don't annoy me on the show are Snow and Charming and Henry. I'm just like, oh, You guys are still there. How you doing? I'm just really annoyed and frustrated with this show because I used to love it. Love it so much. It was such an interesting concept, guys. A girl going to this town that's full of fairy tale / Disney characters. Like, how could that be horrible? And it is now. It's boring. And it's honestly, I think it's just because the creators are running out of ideas. That's just how I feel. They've run out of ideas of how to make the show exciting anymore. Personally, I think the show should end. I don't like saying stuff like that because in my head I'm like, oh, me wishing for the show to end. I'm putting people out of work and I don't want people to be put out of work. But when the show is getting so boring and so predictable, like everyone is related to everyone. I didn't even get on that. But that is just also lazy storytelling. Like, oh hey, we got a new character. Guess what? They're somehow related to someone in our main cast. Of course they are. But if the show could come up with good, non-predictable storylines, I'd probably enjoy it again. But right now, as it stands, I don't think they can do it. And it's annoying that a show I used to love, hardcore, has just driven me to the point where I'm ranting to you guys about how annoyed I am with this show. So yeah, this has been my rant about Once Upon a Time. If you agree, let me know your thoughts. If you disagree, let me know your thoughts. And yeah, like, favorite, comment, subscribe. Until next time, goodbye guys.